Hello everyone, this is Shin-Sung Hwang, in Europe. I play again. This is the game that I play on Tygem. I play as 7 Dan and see how it goes. Okay, approaches. So let me go smoothly. It's been a long time. I was too busy handling my online Go school, but now it is the period that I take a break, but this spring season the break is a bit too short, so I don't think that I can play many games, but anyway, I have time, so I just casually playing. Okay, many options. So uh, opening is just, simple, that many players knows how to follow proper patterns. On Tygem, up to like 5 Dan, there were, like a major number of people couldn't follow the proper ways. So I usually take the lead in the opening stage, but 7 Dan seem different. Okay, so that position personally, I like it for black. Many people are afraid of this area, but I can push, and if I responded, then I push several times and I would enter. Then even if I take this, it isn't really enough, so I'm fine with that. So normally white doesn't harm it. White tenuki. Oh, so it means that this player is pretty good at the opening part. Okay, good. So everything's fine. Black may come from this direction or from this direction too. It's more aggressive way. White gonna play somewhere around here. This one then I plan to attach on the top, but white played on the fourth line, which is quite the decent one. Pips, okay. Because otherwise I can attach and enter the 3-3. In this case, it isn't really working well. So it wasn't really like 100% necessary, but black can do that. White can do that. White gonna bring the group out. So quite good player. My opponent is 7 Dan. 7 Dan who played like over 3,000, close to 4,000 games. My opponent played. So it seems like that my opponent is average 7 Dan player in Tygem, but his game quality, especially for the opening part, is a lot better than others so far. Okay, show light and I want to jump or extend. Normally jump is the right way, but I want to extend because I want to aim more weakness in the corner. There is a slight difference. Is there anything I can do better? It's tempting to do something. I think jump is still the proper option. Well, I may attach a wedge to do things and then I would just leave it. If my opponent tenuki, then block would be so good later. Maybe push once and block. I'll do that. If I were white, I would respond it. Attach like this to collect points. But anyway, the opening part seemed pretty good. I don't think that white made any mistake so far. Okay, so this is, I don't know, it's been like 4 months that I haven't played a game on Tygem. But how to say, the level has improved because the game quality is so good so far. Oh, my wedge is there. Good. So my opponent does it well. So I need to block. To receive, to take care of this weakness is too slow. So I need to do something against this group. how to do. There are some active ways and passive ways. I think I should do something active, so I'm thinking about it. To cover like this can be annoying, and just respond like this looks a bit slow. Still, I could do it, but I think it is the moment that I should do something more active and do something interesting. So let me try this pip. If I blocks, I'm expecting this one, then I plan to hane. Oh, already attached. Oh, my opponent plays it well. Oh, because if I place this one, then after exchanges, why can attach here? So I was expecting that my opponent exchanges first and then do this, but my opponent didn't exchange it. Oh, my opponent does it well. How should I respond it? There are some active ways and passive ways again. I want to go on a passive way because it doesn't look bad. But which passive way? Just hane and extend. Doesn't feel enough. But there's no good way because I can block here. Or hane. But anyway, my opponent plays really, really well. Hane does look like the proper option. Extend and play this one. So my opponent may take this one stone, but then I still can move it. So I believe that I need to move it after. So here, then my opponent gonna block. Then I should be able to move from this to one stone, which isn't easy. Difficult. Extension looks like the only option. My opponent gonna block here, and then doesn't look easy to move it right away. Oh, then it looks like, and this is bad exchange to secure this area. But if I can take this one stone, it is reasonable. Okay. Just connect. Because I still cannot cut anyway. My opponent played the soft option. Is there anything I can do active? Just keep searching for active option, an active option. It doesn't look easy. Like here, I want to play, but if I extend, then there's no big continuation, and that may make this vice grip thicker. So I'm afraid of that too. My opponent plays in a very solid way. I may push to strengthen this part and make this vice grip a bit thinner. That is like the side way. Or if I place here, it's painful, so I push. So to push here means that I show my intention that I don't want to, do something harsh. So my opponent already knows that. So gonna adapt their moves to that. Oh, but don't want to give the corner. So already started attaching this. This is also a good starting point. My opponent does it well. So compared to other 7-dan players I played so far, my opponent's game quality is pretty good. Okay. To Atari once. And then probably leave it because I may connect here to attack the whole group or block here to negotiate. I don't know. but I want to touch this part first. So if I can make this group thinner, then I can play more actively. So this is sort of proof that if white makes some bad exchanges or pay me some moves, then I can connect here to attack. So that's why I chose this option. It looks a bit early to do this, but so at the same time, it is reasonable to do it. That one, I thought that it was not working. Black and push. Black and push and then cut. Let's do it. If I place Hane, I didn't expect that white gonna actually really play that. Can I even play this one? I think it is also okay. Push and then go out and go out. Then actually it is pretty reasonable. Maybe I should try. My first idea was Atari because why cannot connect? I need to Atari and I can capture. That should be the more close to the proper option. Okay, let's follow the proper option. Why cannot connect? Then I can push to take that 3 stones. So I don't think that my opponent gonna give that 3. So my opponent gonna connect and I capture. Capture. Atari to make it a bit heavier. But black is getting thicker and white is pretty thin. So I'm happy with this result. I think it was a bit too early. I had to play for the middle. Middle become too thin. I don't think that my opponent likes it. Extension after Atari once. Extension must be the Hane. Okay. So it's like cut and block. Then I can bring the group out to make this part thinner. So my opponent believes that I cannot do. I don't need to. In fact, I can just block and strengthen this part and chase one by one. But of course it is tempting to cut. So I should think about that option. Cut once and come back. Maybe too thin. Okay, too thin. So okay, it's tempting to play DR. Okay, let's just take it easy. Why gonna defend like this? The cutting points left, so it doesn't look like the right option. It is forcing me to respond and then going out like this extension, but still the cutting point is annoying anyway. So if I need to defend this move, then is it necessary to have this exchange? I don't think that it was necessary. So if I connect it, then I would leave this group alone because I may still attack, but leave it. I already got nice, enough thickness. So with this thickness, I would attack this group connection here first. Then probably I wouldn't connect. Tiger mouse? That is too thin. I can peep later. Okay, don't think that it is good, but let's connect first. Then I don't think that my opponent can connect underneath because I can peep to attack the whole group. So what may attach here now? If I cut, then do something here. respond and then connect, then white would have more chance to save. But that one didn't expect it because I can connect. Now after exchange. Oh, that is unexpected. I need to play Hane to threat the group. Okay. 블록 and Atari. Hane. Then I may connect underneath. That was my first idea because I can take enough points. Cut and extend to keep threatening the whole group. That is more tempting for now. It's more tempting. So let me go. Because to take this one, maybe not in. Oh, didn't expect it. Okay, I thought that white gonna connect. White wants to give. It's big enough. I should collect it. I can even thread another cut. So Hane, cut and connect. No, just below. Makes more sense. But Hane, and then I would cut to this one because cut leaves another cut. So why cannot block? If I cannot block, then why can only jump? Then jump is a bit too soft. Oh, then I need to cut. I don't think that we're gonna extend. We're gonna play. Oh, this is clearly good enough for black. Black took enough points, so the game must be good for me. Okay, maybe one peep. That is technique in general, but I didn't expect that. I'm gonna cut, block once and then block, or just block. Yeah, let's just block. That Atari isn't clearly sente, so that's why I didn't mind it. Capture I can connect, so or connect to cut. Oh, it's already the time. Boomy. I had to extend. Extension must be better. Okay, I don't like this. Okay. Don't like the case that I gave the cutting, what is it, the core shape. If I block, my opponent gonna respond like this. Even that. Didn't expect this. Okay. I need to block and tiger mouse like this. Okay. Hane is a bit early. It forces me to connect, of course. Okay, let's do it. This upper side is getting thicker, so it's a bit painful. The cut. Didn't think that my opponent can cut because black also has white also has a weakness too. Hane once and extend. Okay. I go on a side way. The lower side point is about 45 plus some capture stones, so nearly 50. Is Hane not sente? My opponent spent time and I was afraid of it. Oh, I can be. Oh, I didn't expect that my opponent doesn't respond it, but that turns out it's a bad exchange, shouldn't exchange, because I plan to extend anyway. Then why didn't need this exchange? Okay, I need to jump away. Why gonna split? But this is the Ponduki shape, so I'm okay with that. Only that, then it's possible to save. And okay, black should go down once to look for, center exchange here. And jump must be the proper option. Black white endured like this. In general, white shouldn't respond it like that. But because this area is thin, my opponent is asking me that I need to pay for it. It's reasonable. I have 45, 50, 55. White has 30 plus this part and the middle, which I believe that, that cut is too much, clearly. So, that is, how should I handle this? Didn't expect this. I think I should bend here first to ask it. My opponent gonna bend. Bending must be the right option, but I can still Hane first or just connect. Hane once and connection is more tempting. Or Hane and even can cut. Oh, okay. Hane, it's better. I think it is the moment that I should finish it because I can look for card. So how to finish it with that push? Okay. The reason I push and why I push here is because I can squeeze it with that peep and block to squeeze everything and then look for cut. Unless there is something my opponent can do in a harsh way, I'm okay. But it seems that it is a bit annoying. Okay, but I need to do this anyway. If I'm afraid of this Atari and squeeze, then I should clamp. Clamp is the option. It seems that the clamp is working. So, okay, connect. But cut must be working. I shouldn't afraid of this in general. That much harsh move. But it seems that it is working. So I need to do this. It's a bit unlike ideal. But if it is working, it is working. Why is this one? It can be. And then cut and Atari. But that's okay. I can take the two stones and handle the other group. So it seems it is working. Okay, interesting. Definitely this 7 dan was better than other 7 dan players I played. I thought that it wasn't working. Can cut and capture. Block, which one is? I think cut is the right one that I need to do. My opponent may aim this kind of nasty cut, but I don't think that it is working like this kind of stuff. But connect. Atari, connect, and then cut, capture, extend. So there could be the capturing race. Okay, it's unclear, like 100%, but it is working. Okay, even if doesn't work to win the capturing race over there, I would still capture once. I'm thinking that whether I can play this Atari, but I don't think that it is good. Okay, so it doesn't look working. Why it should be able to push to this direction? That's the right way, because otherwise I can block here in center. Why gonna push to this? That is more annoying, at least. And then there is no clear way to kill that fool. That is the problem. One Hane. I can play here. So I should extend. And then it's better that I play first move underneath to get looking for the eye space. Can exchange those. Hane once and attach his center. And I'm thinking about attaching here because it seems that it is working. Hane first. And then, okay, to play here first is reasonable because I can get more eye space. But what is the best way? Here I can connect. Okay. I should have played the other one first. No. It is working anyway. It's a bit confusing, but should be fine. Attach in which timing? I think it is not necessary. I'm playing here in order to increase the number of liberties. I think I should do it, but it's only just for looking for saving. But if I save that, I believe that I'm leading the game, so that's why I played and my opponent wanted to negotiate it. My opponent wants to save it too. I think I should still Atari attach. Attach is the vital point that I wanted to play before. I was afraid that if I do this, my opponent plays first. But in fact, I can, because I can kill the other group. Then that negotiation should be good enough. Oh, then yum, I should take it. My opponent can only Hane. Then I can still cut. Oh, then that is as good as what I expected. Atari. And cut. Then I can even kill this group later. And my opponent gonna play an extra move to kill this group. So I can push to get the second eye, so my opponent need to have some exchanges and come back to this. It is going like that. Then it should be likely Seki. If it is Seki, then I can play here to save. So my opponent might block here to look for saving too. Then it means that both can save the group. And if both saves the group, then I should be winning by enough points. So it is working anyway. Interesting. Okay, so my opponent decide to save for both. I connect. If my opponent plays here, I can push once Atari and it is Seki. So my opponent need to save. My opponent gonna save. Then I can just save. Then that's a mistake. So I can push, connect. Then I can just Atari to make sure. Because it is Seki, I can play this one. Capture. not necessary because it is Seki. It cannot be better than Seki. Oh, my opponent resigned. Okay, so okay, thank you for the game. So my opponent did it well. It was in fact a good one. Okay. So let me start it. The review. Is it? Okay. So my opponent did it pretty well. Is it? Okay. So everything's fine. Personally, I don't like this one because it always sleeps, the invasion. So I ask my members not to play this one, but play like here, like this one, or like this one, or this one. Okay, that move, which blocks this invasion. So okay, but no big deal. Why not? And then push, because if I respond it, then black can push several times and can enter. Okay, that is annoying. Therefore, I don't like this shape as white. Okay, so my opponent did not respond and pincer. That is good, okay, but this is like AI suggestion in the most of the cases. So, okay. But why not? And instead of this one, I may come from this direction, but I chose this. And if my opponent plays this, I plan to attach and extend. So I have larger space in the middle. I may attach, but attach is bad for this part. So that was my plan, but my opponent avoided. So my opponent did it really well. Pip is also a bit not necessary because because of this pip I had a chance to pip here. Okay. And I lost point, but I got these 3 stones, so I don't need to worry much about that 4. So I started something actively. Okay, I already paid. So I gave you a cash, so let me take some like this. And when I played here, I was expecting this one first. Then after this, the ladder isn't working, so my opponent need to attach. If I respond, then I can cover like this. So I thought that it was my opponent's plan. And if my opponent plays this, I plan to push or extend because I can still handle like this. That was my plan. But my opponent touch it first, is it? Okay. So very good. And then I play Hane and extend in order to make white's shape a bit uglier. And my opponent connect, which was a bit out of my range. I thought that my opponent gonna cut because the cut seemed working. Black can just bring the good about. I thought that it isn't good, so I did not choose this option, but it can be. I can bring the good about from this direction too. So I think it is too much for black. I didn't plan it. If white plays here, I plan to push to force my opponent to respond and then take Sente to get that area. And I push and ask my opponent, okay, keep playing active, aggressive, not aggressive, ugly shape moves. For instance, extension, then shape is a bit, over concentrated. So I just kept, giving pressure, and my opponent decided not to respond it. But after Atari once, I tenuki because I have 2 options. I may cut to just negotiate, or I may connect. Then my opponent connect and I push extend, capture extend. Then locally it is dead, like this or the other way around. I can use it, but then can Y save? It depends. Is it Y goes out to save? Maybe, maybe not. That's why before making this, I asked it here. Okay. This is sort of proof, therefore. I'm sure that my opponent also knew I played because of that. If I place like a loose move like this, then I can strengthen this part and I can keep aiming the thinness of this. So it was a bit, nasty to respond it. But I didn't expect this because it's too big damage that I got already nice thickness. So when I got enough thickness like that, I started moving here because in case it goes in the same way like before, then I can kill. I believe that it is possible. It was strong enough to surround, so that's why I chose this option. And then my opponent chose this way, but shouldn't exchange. That is a bad one. Why should just attach without? So I got a chance to make the Shibaglia and collect points. So it was about 45. I remember. 40, including captured stones, it's a bit more than 45. And here it's better that I had to extend, capture and connect. Then it's good enough. Black is so thick, and white can black can cut, so I need an extra move. But I chose this, and then my opponent take more points. And then cut and try this was too much. White can just play here. Then when white plays this, white doesn't need this exchange, 4-5. If there's no exchange, then there's fewer chance that I can use this center move. So that's why it was better not to do. But my opponent played here and maybe looking for something like this. Then I can extend to like here to cut. So my opponent steps back, but that turns as the bad exchange. You know, it's a bad exchange. Why better not to have it? And then the cut was a overplay. I believe that my opponent thought that the game is bad, which should be true. 45 is already big enough, so it's even more because I took this one, so it's too much. So my opponent made overplays and hane once, and then I push to pip. Okay. There are several ways. One other way, in other case, black may just extend to let white go out, something like this or here. Then black can play like this one. Then with this squeeze, black may save the group separately. But I wanted to take that 3 stones, so that's why I exchanged this and their moves and then looking for cut. That was my original plan. And you know, this kind of stuff must be working, but I was afraid that white can cut. Oh, normally this kind of move isn't working, but oh, it seems that it is perfectly working, right? So that's why I chose another one, which was clamp. Okay. And one thing I worried was this one caught capture Atari, but then I said that it should be fine because I can still play this one. Then do I need to do this? But maybe exchange, maybe not, but I can save it separately. As long as I save this, everything's fine. If everything's fine, everything's fine. So that's why. Okay, so that's why my opponent chose some other option. But it was okay. Maybe I don't even need it. I can just attach and block. That was my original plan. Then, but white can play first move. So I didn't like it. White can play first move to do something like this. So that's why I chose this option, because if I save, I'm okay. And attach wasn't the right one. Why maybe I had to extend or push. So attach was still a tesuji to separate, and it just becomes heki, then no chance. White is too thin. Okay, so I think 7 down, as a 7 down, I think my opponent played pretty well. So it's been a long time I played. I hope you enjoyed this game and the review. See you next time. Bye bye.